Hey everybody, this is Brett, and today I'd like to share with you some of my famous YouTube comments. Yeah, I know, I'm bragging again, but I really am good at making YouTube comments that get a lot of likes. And that's because I'm creative, and also I know exactly like I just go with what I'm thinking and what I'm, feeling. And I write down something creative in combination with that, and people really seem to like it. Additionally, I'll put like the time mark, whatever it's called, like 4 block 31. And hello, Jack. Hi, Sunny. So, do you want to see some of my famous YouTube comments? All right. So here's one, and it's on the video. Michael Jackson meets Princess Diana and Prince Charles. And I wrote, Diana was the best thing that ever hit the monarchy. Okay, so you'll notice that I capitalized the word best. So I learned what gets people's attention by writing titles and descriptions, etc., for my own videos. So think about that comment. It was short and it was sweet and it hit the mark right on the head. Diana was the best thing that ever hit the monarchy. And that's what a lot of people think. That's what I've always thought. And so when I saw this Diana video, I was like, I want to just state what I really think about her. And I'll bet you a lot of people also think the same thing. 5.7 thousand, 57,000, no, 5,700, 5.7K, 5,700 thumbs ups. And some people will disagree with me. Somebody just wrote though, yup, she wasn't infested with the royal blood without morals. Too bad she met the royals. Otherwise, it helped a little bit to understand how sick this family is. Okay, so, and I wrote back, once in a while, I'll reply to a comment if I like it. And I wrote back, basically, she did her job here on earth. That's what I think. I think she finished what she needed to do, and so she got promoted to a far better world. And good on her, as the Brits say. Okay. So another famous comment. Okay, here's a brand new famous comment I just wrote today. So I'm now a reborn San Diego Padre fan. Let's see how many people are watching. Oh, 5 people are watching. That's so many. Hi, Kim, right? Kim, so this one's for you. So I was watching the Padres, or I was kind of watching them. It's not a live thing, but for free, you can watch this little thing that shows the play-by-play. And so they've got this guy named, come on, brain. They've got this guy named Ha-Seong Kim. I couldn't remember his first name. And he's a so-so hitter. He's a really good fielder. He's really good. And the other night, he won the game by hitting a home run. And everybody was like, yes, Ha-Seong Kim, Ha-Seong Kim. So he comes up again last night against the Dodgers, the Padres' arch rivalry, and does it again. Hits a home run out of the park. And so there's all these videos on YouTube for Ha-Seong Kim, for not just San Diego, but also the baseball league. So I wrote, I'm eating kimchi in his honor. So do you like that one? 172 people so far today, just today, like that one, including a whole bunch of Korean people. So like all these Korean people, so far 8 8 like Korean people. No, 5 out of 8 of the responses are Korean people. And you can't read, because it's completely different language there. It's a completely different alphabet, whatever they call it. But they're all giving it thumbs ups and this and that. So then what did I do? I took that statement and I edited it. I copied "I'm eating kimchi in his honor" to the translator, the Google translator, and copied it, and then I edited it. I edited it. Okay. Then I added it all on there. I edited it, and now they'll really like it, probably. Okay, so let's go back. So, let's see. So, whenever you make a really good comment on YouTube, you'll notice that videos get popular. Old videos get popular. New videos are always popular in the beginning. But an old video can come back around and get popular. And you'll see everything go in cycles. So their computers, their algorithms are set up to do that. They give one video popularity, and you'll see it on the front page there. And that'll, or maybe they'll show you a video that you'd already seen before in thinking that you'll want to see it again. That's another one of the things that they do. So let's see. Okay, I want to show you this one. Okay, so the other day I wrote this comment. I think this was 1 or 2 days ago. There's this video, this baseball player named Joey Votto that got kicked out of the Padres game 2 days ago. And this little girl that loves Joey Votto, he's a Reds player. He's a famous Reds player. This little girl, about 8 years old, had a Votto shirt on, right? And he gets kicked out in the first inning. And she was crying. She was crying, "Oh my gosh, my favorite player got kicked out in the first inning," So somebody sees her picture of her doing that on Facebook or Reddit or something. And they write into the league, and then Votto finds out, tells him about it. So he buys her tickets to the next game at San Diego Stadium, right? This was just yesterday or the day before yesterday. No, it was 3 days ago. So the Padres swept the Reds 4 games straight. But anyways, I wrote, they created a video entitled "Joey Votto, his manager, and a fan get ejected in the first a breakdown." Okay, so this guy, he goes over the whole scenario, and I wrote 3:48. I put the timestamp 3:48. Tatis is the coolest part of this vid. Chillin', laughing out loud. Because Tatis was like, just while they were arguing and they were kicking him out, Tatis was just sitting there on the ground stretching and relaxing and stuff. But then I see this other part, and I edited it. 4:47. Votto being cool, making it up to the little girl and admitting his temper. Golden, even better. So in the second video, he admitted that he was wrong, and then he made it up to the little girl and bought them tickets, etc., to the next game, and then he gave her a signed ball and everything. So then I put Votto being cool, made it up to the little girl and admitting his temper, golden, even better. And I put the timestamp, and you can just click on that and go right to that exact same time in the video. So that one in 3 days has 775 thumbs ups. And let's see. Okay. Okay, here's one that just has 130 thumbs up, but this is good. This is on the video Rare. Stevie Nicks, Bob Welch, Gold Dust Woman, Mick Fleetwood, Christy McVie, 1981. And I wrote, Stevie takes the lead and the rest just feed off her energy, and it builds and gets more and more intense, amazing and powerful. And you oftentimes have to use those, capitals to get people's attention. The capital letters really get people's attention. Thank you, Susan. Well, say I have Mercury and Venus in Leo. Okay. So Mercury is communication and Venus is art and all of that. And both of those combined in Leo give me the ability to do what I'm doing with you right now. And I really enjoy doing that. But anyways, so people, 130 people have liked that, but I'll show you some like serious ones where I've got a lot of views or a lot of comments. Okay. No, that one's got 189. That's not serious. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so check it out. In this video by Sweet, okay, this is a group called Sweet, and they had like a couple of one-hit wonders, and one of them was called Love is Like Oxygen. It's a disco song. Do you guys remember that? Love is like oxygen. You get too much, you get too high. You know that one? There's a beautiful cardinal in the window. Oh, there's two, the male and the female. Can you see them? Look, now there's two. Can you see them? The male, he's really skittish. He gets scared easy. The female, she'll stay there forever. He's the bright red one. Oh, there he goes. I told you. So anyways, okay, so you remember the song, some of you that are older like me, but Love is Like Oxygen. The guy that's playing the lead guitar looks just like Chuck Norris. You know Chuck Norris from the Texas Ranger program? I never watched that, but you guys know the famous karate guy, Chuck Norris. This guy looks just like him, and I put Chuck Norris is playing lead guitar. And people looked at that and they're like laughing their asses off because it looks just like him, the beard and everything, you know. So you have to, if you recognize things in videos and then you just state the obvious, people really love that. Okay, so I'll show you another one. Okay, here's one I just wrote like yesterday. Okay, so here's a video. Wild dog suddenly emerged from the jungle. Look at that one. Wild dog suddenly emerged from the jungle. And it's got some monk guy. See the monk guy sitting there? So I see this friendly dog coming out of the jungle, and they just wrote that as a, what do you call it, a clickbait title. And I put, he's not wild. He just wanted to be your friend for a minute. That has in one day 1,000 thumbs ups. 1,000. Okay. I have to skip through the ones that are my videos. Okay. Okay, so here's a video entitled Helplessly Hoping, cover by Suddenly Years Align. And it's these three beautiful girls, beautiful 30-ish girls, 30-ish years old girls. And the center one is playing guitar, and the one on the right and the left are playing harmonies and singing with her. And I just noticed their eyes and how different their eyes are. Once again, this video is entitled Helplessly Hoping, cover by Suddenly Years Align. And it looks like that. And I wrote center girl, semicolon, pain in the eyes. Right girl, happiness in the eyes. Left girl, understanding in the eyes. Okay? So if you really watch that video and you have a good sense of what people are feeling, like what their energy is, their aura, then you'll be able to see what I saw, and 184 people agreed with me. The center girl has pain in her eyes. The right girl has happiness in the eyes. Totally. The blonde on the right, like a happy eyes. Like, and her eyes are like she has such a strong spirituality that she's not worried about things, and so she has happiness in her eyes. And the center girl, for some reason, has pain in her eyes. And the left girl has understanding, like this, understanding in her eyes. Okay? So let's go back. Okay. So sometimes I have to scroll through these because, see, they've been showing that Diana video a lot lately, and that's why it's getting so many replies. Either that, or they're rotating my comments. They're rotating the comments on the video to show different ones. Okay. So here's one. It just has 60 thumbs up, but it's called Jim Nabors and Carol Burnett Singing a Medley. And I wrote, damn, he had a great voice. And that got 60 thumbs up. That's not a great comment, but I'll share with you some like really good ones. Come on. I have to go through all mine. You guys make all these comments on mine. Okay. So here's one, 1959 Chevrolet Bel Air versus 2009 Chevrolet Malibu crash test. So the government is doing, whatever the name of that agency is doing a crash test, right? And they set these cars on these rails and they bring them together at like 50 miles an hour and slam them together. There's some polarity for you, right? So for some reason, I decided like I just really needed to watch this. And the newer car destroyed that old Bel Air. It just destroyed it. And I wrote what I was thinking. I just wrote what I thought. And I put, I'd have thought that that big old heavy, in capital letters, heavy Bel Air would have won that battle. And I knew that all these automotive people would respond to that. 127 replies. The last person put some funniness. It was a strategic strike, he puts. But that has 256 thumbs ups. That's not a lot, but it's okay for this. Okay, it depends on what kind of video too. For a video like this, that's quite a few thumbs ups. That's quite a few. Okay. Okay, so it's getting to the point of where some people out there that enjoy viewing the comments so much are starting to recognize me over and over again as being one of the commenters on some of the videos that they typically like to watch. And so maybe we watch the same video. But hello, Michael. Hi, Guar. So, hey, Victor, how are you, man? So Victor and I are going to do a trade pretty soon. Victor is a boomerang thrower, okay? And I sent Victor one of my pillows yesterday, and Victor sent me some boomerangs. And I've always thought, man, boomerangs are kind of a cool thing. And you guys know that I love recess. I was telling you how I enjoy all kinds of things, doing outdoor games and stuff like that, you know, hacky sack and frisbee. I've always loved all that kind of stuff. And when he mentioned us doing a trade, I was like, yeah, yeah, that sounds good. So, yeah, expect to see me throwing a boomerang soon. But let's see. Cool. We've got 14 people watching. That's good. All right. So, okay. So this is a big one. Here's a big one. I may have mentioned this to you guys before, and I've updated it several times, and it's on the video. Tracy Chapman Fast Car, Wembley, 1988. And it's this amazing video of Tracy Chapman way back in 1988, standing in front of Wembley Stadium in the UK. This massive freaking crowd, huge, probably 40, 50, 60,000 people, right? And she's standing there with no band behind her, just her by herself. No drums, no guitar players, bass, or any of that. Just her standing there with an acoustic guitar, and she starts singing. You got a fast car, I got a ticket to anywhere. And the crowd at the beginning is just restless. You know, they're like, they're talking to each other, they're drinking their beers, they're doing their this and they're doing their that. And after about 30 seconds, it starts to chill down. It starts to quiet down. And the whole crowd just goes blank quiet, listening to her. And she starts building up and getting stronger and stronger. And I'm like, holy, this girl is like amazing. And I wrote, to see one single performer, a young black woman standing, performing. And the other thing was like, she's in the UK where most people are white. I mean, there are black people there, but it's predominantly Caucasian, you know. Standing, performing with no band behind her before a massive crowd like this is truly amazing. And that comment got 10,000 likes or something like that within a couple of weeks, a month. I don't remember. But it's mellowed out now and it's up to 11,000 likes. In the beginning is when it got most of its likes, but it still gets likes. And then some people, the predominant response that I got, because there was 265 replies, and I kind of knew that this was coming, okay? I knew it was coming, that I shouldn't mention the black part. It's a woman color does not matter. That's the last one. A woman color does not matter. Most people, it's amazing. Not only do people not have brains very much, but they can't write either. But you do have to realize that some people are from other countries. But predominantly, most of the time, it's because people are just kind of stupid. But in any case, I've had to update this a couple of times to defend myself, even though I'm to the point of after having been a YouTuber for like 12 or 13 years now. January of 2009, the 1st of January, New Year's Day of 2009 is when I started. But I've updated it with some responses. Response 1, many may want to know why I mentioned that she is young, black, and a woman. It's quite simple. These 3 things make it life more difficult sometimes, and therefore it is extra amazing that she was able to do it. Response 2, in addition, this was way back in 1988. Humans have come a long way culturally since then. This makes it even more impressive. Not only that, she is fearlessly singing a song about the oppression of so many people. This is half the reason the crowd is so glued to her. Once again, you should watch this video, seriously. Tracy Chapman, Fast Car, Wembley, 1988. So this is half the reason the crowd is so glued to her, the story of desperate people wanting to change in their lives, getting in their fast car and getting out, seriously heavy. So more observations. I wrote more observations on this. I've watched this video probably, I don't know, 30 times, 40 times. In the beginning, the crowd is chanting something, restless and not paying much attention, like I said before. Gradually, they become more quiet and intently listening to her lyrics, to the lyrics. They're like trying to get these lyrics, because this song was like brand new at the time, okay? And they're like trying to get this, the feel. Okay, so it's not just the lyrics of the song that make it incredible. It's the tone, it's the music of the song that sets the tone of oppression and desperation and like wanting to get to create a change, you know. And also the fact that the kind of the moral of the song is that if you don't get off your ass and make an effort to do something. So this is what I tell people. Some girl yesterday, I was talking to her on the phone, and I asked her if she'd done anything with the Ashiatsu Home Study program that I sold to her 10 years ago. She wanted a copy or another copy of her certificate. So I had to go back in the computer and find her test and make sure that she was legit and everything. And I did. But I asked her and she said no and made up some bullshit excuses. And I was like, you know what? People really need to actually just make the effort. Okay. So that's kind of what that song is about. Actually, you know, like it talks about her dad. He was an alcoholic, blah, blah, blah. And she had to pay the bills and do the work and take care of him and all of this. And then the boyfriend turns into the alcoholic and she got the job at the convenience store, and she's paying the bills. And now guess what? The boyfriend can take his fast car and get out of here. I love that. I love the song. So trying to fill the story of an impoverished American woman that's trying to survive while supporting an unemployed, drunken boyfriend. Blah, 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 blah. So I love making comments. You guys know how I'm like really opinionated in my videos. You can just hear that, right? So I love Chuck Norris. So anyways, let me go back and I'll tell you a few more. Okay. Okay. This one I wrote about a month ago, and it's for baseball once again. And I put the time signature on this: MLB greatest catches in history. And this one dude is running away. He's running away from he's playing shortstop or third base, I don't recall. But he's running away from the infield, and he's looking up, and he catches the freaking ball barehanded, left with his left hand. He didn't catch it with the glove. He caught it barehanded, running away from the diamond. And it was and he dove. He like dove away from the mound, away from the home base, and he dove and caught it barehanded. And I put barehanded, heading away, barely able to see the ball, amazing. And I put the timestamp on there, and 165 people agreed with me. Okay. And I really get like a complete, like, here's somebody that put, "That's not the South, you moron." Written from Madison, Mississippi, the real South. Okay, so this video is entitled Neil Young, Southern Man, Carnegie Hall, 2014. No, I don't know what the date is. And I put, "Loving it from a southern town, Asheville, NC." That one only has 14 thumbs ups. And some total Southern wiener brain writes, "That's not the South, you moron. Written from Madison, Mississippi, the real South." So I just ignore those bone brains. Okay, so yeah, I love that song because a Southern man better keep your head. I love that because it's totally true that a lot of Southern people are total idiots. You know what I mean? And so when he wrote that song, I was kind of like, wow, he's brave. I remember back then. Do you guys remember? Some of you remember back then when Neil Young wrote Southern Man? But yeah, I thought that that was pretty profound and brave. Okay, so here you go. Let me drink some water. I wrote this one for the video Fountains of Wayne, Stacy's Mom. I was singing that in my video the other night. Okay, so if you haven't seen this video, Fountains of Wayne, Stacy's Mom. Another one of the people that I like to watch that I'm subscribed to on YouTube did a cover, a recreation of that, and it's really awesome. And I was like, that has to be some kind of a commercial song that did well. And they're just going for the views. I think they're up to 200,000 views. That video, Fountains of Wayne, it's like a 10-year-old video, I think. It's like a 10-year-old video that has like 50 some odd million views on it. Okay. I had to throw in my 2 cents. I put, oh, and it's got this hot Rachel Hunter. Hot Rachel Hunter in it. And it's the cutest video. It's a young kid that's got this crush on this girl's mother. It's funny, it's cute, it's sexy, it's hot, it's a lot of things. I put, I'm 55 and I too love Stacy's mom and probably still will at age 90. Hook me up. Hook me up. That's got 729 thumbs up in just and it's got 20 replies in just, I think it's been a week or two that I put that. Bear in mind that video gets a lot of views. Like if you've got that video, you're making hundreds of dollars a day, I think. Something like that. It's like seriously a lot of views. Okay. Ah! Oh no. What did I do? I did something. I did something to reduce the size. Okay, there we go. I reduced the size of the screen. Okay. Hello? Is anybody even still with me? 12 people. Oh, cool, Victor. Cool. Yeah, I can't wait to try out the boomerangs. I'm going to kill my neighbor with one. As soon as she goes to walk her dog, I'm going to get out. After I have to get really good at it. I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's see. See if we have any new ones. Okay. The kimchi video. The kimchi video. Ty Sim says, kimchi is full of beta-carotene and other antioxidant compounds that can help reduce the risk of serious health conditions such as stroke, cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. Wait, I got to click on it because it goes on. Kimchi is also an excellent source of vitamin A, vitamin C, and that's from WebMD. He just copied and pasted. So you guys know that I make sauerkraut, and that I make it by burying it out in the yard. And the way that I learned about that and how it works so good is by watching an old episode of MASH. Okay, so there was this Korean woman, and she took her pot of kimchi out to the field and buried it a couple of feet deep. And Major Burns, remember Major Burns, the dickhead? he thought she was burying a bomb, right? And so he went out and he set up a grenade or something next to it to blow it up, to set it off, to save everyone. But what it did was kimchi. It blew kimchi all over the place. Freaking kimchi was blown all over the place, and it was landing on all their tents. But the deal is that the earth stays a cool temperature, and so right now it's hot outside. And if I want to make some sauerkraut or some kimchi, I've got my special pot, but I need to bury it into the soil so that it keeps it at that cool temperature, because the acidophilus grows at a cool temperature, like around, I think it's 55 to 60 is perfect for it. And that's just what the temperature of the earth is. And anyways, you have to get, depending on the temperature outside, you may have to get it deeper, you know what I mean? But okay. Now I lost my place and I have to scroll through a bunch more here. So stay cool for a second. I have to skip through all mine. You guys have been making a lot of comments on my vids here. Okay. Let's see if this one has comments. Nah. Some of these just have like, 10, 50, something like that. Okay, so here's a video entitled "Cat Tries to Steal Treat from Dog and Regrets It Instantly." That's a good title, huh? If you want to get some clicks. And it's like this lab, a golden lab or a yellow lab, right? And he's not mean at all. He doesn't he doesn't get after the cat. It's just a clickbait title. But I wrote, he didn't mean to bite. He's a yellow lab, for gosh sake. They're gentle, special buddies and probably loves that cat. And so that instantly got a whole bunch of views. It's got 180 or clicks or comments, thumbs ups. It's got 46 replies, and some people think that I'm a racist because I say that he's a yellow lab, for gosh sake. So they instantly think that I'm like, I think that animals and human breeds, they're different, and some are superior to others. And I told you guys the other night that I do. It's not like I go with a sign out there to everybody, but I'm like, yeah, people from Vietnam are better at math than people in this or that. I told you guys the other night that I know the different characteristics of different humans. And humans are just like animals, like dog breeds. And you're not going to take like a Shih Tzu and turn it into a police dog. No. What's the preferred police dog? German Shepherds. We know that. Everyone knows that. What's the preferred therapy dog? golden retrievers. That's why I owned one, because I wanted a sweet and special dog. So anybody that thinks that there's any difference between that and humans, they're lying, or they're in denial. And once again, I'm not saying that a pit bull cannot be a really, really nice dog, because they can. They can be totally nice. I'm just telling you tendencies. That's all. So anyways, a lot of people didn't like that I was saying that a yellow lab is a very nice dog. And they argue, blah, blah, blah. But I don't go very far with that. I'll just let other people, what I'll do is I'll let other people debate with them. Like, they can have their own argument. Usually I don't say anything back to them. Okay, here's a good one. Okay, so here's the video is entitled Prince Gently Weeps from Rock and Roll 2004. New Director's Cut. That's a long one for you, huh? Prince Gently Weeps from Rock Hall. From Rock Hall 2004. New Director's Cut. And it's the one where at the end, Prince takes his guitar and he's got it all set up. He's got some kind of a wire on it or something, like an invisible wire. And at the end, the song ends and he takes the guitar and he goes, and it just disappears. It goes up to the rafters or something. And I put, the guitar flew up to heaven to meet him there later. Is that a good one? So I put that exact same comment on the exact same video, but uploaded by somebody else previous to that, and it has thousands of thumbs ups. This one has 783 in 1 month. I wrote that. It's been 1 month, so that's pretty good, huh? 800, just about 800. And then other people put stuff like, they put some really cute comments. Sadly, Oprah has the guitar, really. So I guess Oprah Winfrey now has that guitar. Somebody put, is that true? Somebody put, poetically said, dude, but thanks. I don't know. There's a really cute comment. I can't find it here. Oh, yeah, here you go. He tossed it up to George. He tossed it to George. I love that one. George Harrison, because the concert was in honor of George Harrison. The song, My Guitar Gently Weeps. And he played this amazing, like seriously amazing solo. Amazing. Like, and you guys should know, like, I totally honor the best. I love the best of the best. You guys know me. I love the best of the best people in our world, regardless of whether what their race or color or gender or any of that is. You know, like Tracy Chapman, for instance. Amazing. Prince. Amazing. You know. So, anyways, that is an amazing solo. You should see that. Okay. Somebody just put on one of these, Sergeant Carter barked and Gomer sang. Okay, so once again, Jim Nabors. I was watching this video entitled Gomer Pyle USMC, The Impossible Dream. So those of you that are old enough to remember Jim Nabors, you remember that he had an operatic voice, you know, an operatic voice, if that's a word. And I just put, my Lord, that guy had a voice. And 802 people gave that a thumbs up. Also, you should know that I think that there is an algorithm for comments as well. And if you're a person that gets a lot of likes on your comments, then I think that they put you at the top. It's likely that they put you at the top. I'm not positive about that, and I don't know that there's any way that you can ever find out. It's like a YouTube secret. Oh, wow, I just blew it. Anyways, I got to get back to work. I got a couple more pillowcases to do. Hello, Joe. Hello, Joe. Hello, Michael. Anyways, looks like 10 people are still watching. I got to cut this one short. Got to get back to work. I was kind of going through one of my kind of a mild healing crisis this morning, but I'm feeling better now, and I got to get some work done today. So thanks for joining me, everybody. Go to brettsnaturalhealth.com and buy yourself an amazing pillow, buy yourself a foot massage tool, buy yourself a holistic consultation. If you want to really get healthy, if you want to learn a lot, if you want to learn more in 1 hour than you've learned in the last 5 years about healing your body and your mind naturally, go ahead to Brett's Natural Health and go to the Holistic Consultations page. Pay $50 for God's $50 for a whole hour with me on Skype or Facebook Live, and we will discuss you and your this and that, and I will pick and nitpick and figure out exactly what you need to do, whether it be a dietary change, emotional health healing, some kind of thing like that. Maybe you need to get away from your spouse. Who knows? There could be damn near anything that you need to do on a mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional level to move on, because we get stuck. We get stuck in a rut, just like a bicycle wheel, and we can't get out. And we need somebody to tell us, like, hey, I think you possibly might need. I don't tell people what to do. I give them my opinion, on maybe what I would do if I were in their situation, based on the things that they've told me about where they're at. And so thanks everybody for joining me. Hope you're well.